Gowdy grills DHS official on due process. What's going on, guys? MaKaElectric. It's Thursday, the 21st of January, 2016. If you didn't catch my last upload, first link below. Stop here. Go watch it. 2.5 minutes. It's not often I mirror videos on my channel, but that 2.5 minute clip, that's from December, by the way, just kind of sums up what this treasonous, scandalous government is trying to do to disarm this nation, because they cannot enforce tyranny on a heavily armed populace, which is what they want to do. Check that out, 2.5 minutes. Some people think it's political theater. I think the guy's genuine. It really doesn't matter, because what they're trying to do is very real. Listen to him talking to this DHS official about the terror watch list and how people get on and off it. Very eye-opening. 2.5 minutes. Share that video everywhere. Now, along with them trying to put everyone on the no-fly list or terror watch list, whatever you want to call it, on the banned Second Amendment list, you also have Natural News puts this out. New Obama rule allows doctors to declare patriots, conservatives, and constitutionalists mentally ill to ban their gun rights without due process. It seems like we were all talking about this 5 years ago, and it seems like we were all called crazy conspiracy people. It's happening, folks. I'll give you this article right here. Who is going to be labeled as crazy? Anyone who speaks out against the government. I guarantee you everybody occupying the federal building out in Oregon. In fact, look at this. The Oath Keepers put out a warning. Warning to U.S. military and federal law enforcement. Do not follow orders to Waco, Almond Bundy occupation, or risk civil war. A lot of people are watching this. Rumors going around about how the FBI is ordering blood and setting up, triage area out there like they're getting ready to go to war with those people. I'll give you a link to the Oath Keepers. Tell me what you think about it. Montel Williams seems to think it's a good idea. I don't know why he has an opinion about it at all. Montel Williams calls for FBI to slaughter patriots in Oregon Wildlife Refuge building. Really? I'll put a link to it. No doubt they're coming for the guns. Everybody out there is either going to be labeled a domestic terrorist, put on the terror watch list, or, mentally ill. You are mentally ill if you disagree with the federal government. I guarantee you that's where all this is going. Georgia Democrats introduce assault weapon confiscation bill. This from Breitbart, January 13. On January 11, Democrats in Georgia State House introduced a bill to ban assault weapons and opens the door for seizure of such weapons along with accessories like high-capacity magazines. This shit is happening, folks. This is mainstream news. The Washington Times. California law allowing seizure of guns without notice begins January 1. The Washington Times. Gun control legislation going into effect in California will allow authorities to seize a person's weapons for 21 days if a judge determines there's a potential for violence. Wait a minute. If a judge, who's the judge paid by first of all, if a judge determines there's a potential for violence? So are we talking about Department of PreCrime? Department of PreCrime. Google that. Watch the movie Minority Report. It's not too far away from that. You don't have to have done anything wrong. We just have to suspect that you might do something wrong. Shall not be infringed unless we think you're a suspect. Do you see what's happening? This is dangerous shit we're talking about, folks. We are walking dangerous lines. Lines that should never have been crossed are being crossed every day. Ton more links. Open carry dispute caught on tape in Connecticut. Check this out. When law enforcement approaches a man who is legally carrying his firearm. Know your constitutional rights if you come into a situation like that. Look how he handled it. Bill introduced to restrict filming of police officers, ironically. That's out of Arizona. Why do you think they want to do that? Well, the clip I just put right above that one. How are some of these guns getting on the street? They want to make it so hard for people to buy guns because guns are ending up on the run. Let's talk about Fast and Furious. Just ironically, The Hill puts this out. Fast and Furious rifle found in El Chapo's hideout. Eric Holder, anything you want to say? Oh, you don't want to go there, buddy. Put a link to that. Meanwhile, the Daily Caller puts this out. D.C. police can't seem to hold on to their guns, and the chief doesn't really care. Several Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department officers either had their guns stolen or lost during 2015, and the police chief, she doesn't care about it. I'll put a link to it. So where's all those guns? Wasn't there recently a cop shot? I forget where it happened. Durka went up and shot a cop in the name of whatever. And that was a stolen gun, stolen from a cop years ago. Just saying, I'm all over the place, I know. Growing number of police chiefs. There is some encouraging news. I don't believe all law enforcement. People are going to comment and say all cops are and all cops are. Look at this. In my opinion, This is encouraging. Growing number of police chiefs and sheriffs join call to arms. January 15, 2016. Of course, Fox News is making these people look crazy. Police chiefs and sheriffs who are pro Second Amendment, they're going to put them in the same basket as the rest of us. I'll put a link to that. I got a backup link from Breitbart. Sheriff says a gun in your hand sure beats a cop on the phone. This is a Florida sheriff saying this. January 17, 2016. The Second Amendment exists for personal protection and defense against tyranny. Zero Hedge puts this out. This is the situation. If you don't want to say, well, we're not, tyrannical government, that's some New World Order conspiracy nonsense that would never happen. In my opinion, if you can't see that happening on many levels right now, there's something mentally wrong with you. But let's just say that that's all crazy talk. What else would we have to defend ourselves from? The common thug on the street going to walk up and rob you? Yes, but look at this. Just an example. Germans scramble to buy weapons amid nationwide spike in migrant-driven crime. These people are being shipped in here by our own government. Another link. German vigilante groups pledge to protect women in migrant sex assault cities. They are these I don't want to call them migrants or refugees. These Durka that are spreading out all over the place in Europe are raping people, raping women, because this is the way they're taught. They're taught that that's the way you can treat women. You could rape them and then cut their heads off, and all this. If they try to do that shit in America, American women are going to hand them their ass, because this is a heavily armed populace, and this is exactly why we will never be disarmed, and we cannot let that happen. On top of the government trying to enforce tyranny, you got Sharia law coming in. Your thoughts on that? I'll put a couple links at the bottom. I know I've been all over the place. I might not say it the way people want to hear it. Lisa Haven did a great video. Soviets in the U.S., patriots labeled mentally ill to remove gun rights. Don't think this is happening? ? Check out her video. 18 minutes long, full of good information. At the bottom, are you ready for it? Did a detailed video, Obama's gun control, 2016, explained in extreme detail, 46 minutes long. If you want to go over everything that was done at the beginning of the year by Obama, check out her video. She goes into great detail, and I appreciate her for doing that. You might not buy into the tinfoil hat conspiracy, New World Order, which, like I say, in my opinion, if you can't see that happening on so many levels, why is this happening? Check out the first link below. Tell me what you think about the lady from the DHS. Yeah. We predicted this years ago, did we not? Did we not? Here it is. Where's all the people that were calling us crazy? I don't hear from them anymore. Please tell me what you think. Please rate the video. Please pass it around. Make people aware of the information below. We are watching the beginning of the disarmament of America, because the New World Order cannot enforce tyranny the way they want to in America with a heavily armed populace. Tell me your thoughts. You guys take care, stay safe. I will see you on the next one.